Welcome in to the Bro Force Squad podcast, where we are just a bunch of bros drinking beer and watching movies. I'm your host, the mayor, Jeff Hornacek. This is our movie commentary of the 1965 A Charlie Brown Christmas. Thank you so much for checking us out and watching this with us. It is currently on Apple TV Plus, but wherever you're streaming it, ours is paused at the 51-second mark because on Apple TV Plus, there is like a little intro that has a few Apple TV shows that they're promoting. But if you're watching on a different streaming service or if for some reason you have like a DVD or something of it, what's on the screen is basically trees and a frozen pond and snow falling down. So while you get your Charlie Brown Christmas sunk up there, let's go around the 2-cent psychiatry tent and meet our fellow bro tonight, our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli. Now, Ronnie, if I told you that for Christmas, you were able to finally hold the football out for me to try and kick it and then pull it away at the last second, would you be satisfied with that gift?
I would never pull it out in front of you.
But you have before, so it's like
no,
we know.
I wouldn't this time. This time, you can trust me.
You claim that you had audibled to a fake, but then you just kneeled afterwards, so it didn't really seem.
I was already kneeling. I didn't know the rules.
That actually is one rule, not to get off topic, but that has never made sense to me.
We have always talked about that.
So that guy's not down? Like, where do we draw the line? Makes no fucking sense.
If I was a coach, I would just fuck with the refs every game. Be like, he's on the ground.
This is absurd. It's like the most important rule.
The ball is on the ground. He's on the ground. It's a down.
Show me where in the rule book it says a dog can't play basketball. All right, let's get skeptical about Christmas and start our Charlie Brown Christmas special in 3, 2, 1, play. So I know we've done Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. So this has got to complete the Holy Trinity, right? Christmas
of all maybe arguably the greatest trilogy of all time.
What else?
Away, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Charlie Brown is in town.
And the Rush Hour movies.
Well, of course. Were you a Charlie Brown kid? Do you remember?
You know, I love the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. I always related to Linus because I also carried like a blankie with me till I was like 5 years old. Yeah, I do. I picked it back up when I was 26 and my wife left me. It was just a really good coping mechanism. But I would say I was a Charlie Brown fan, which is kind of weird because if you think about it, like the comic strip was obviously around when we were kids, but I don't remember there being many specials after like this run in the 60s or 70s. How about you?
Yeah, I was always a comic strip. Like I remember getting so excited about Sundays and getting the comics out, like the Sunday comics. And that was really like I watched the specials when I was a kid, but it's kind of like it is interesting to me, like when you take other classics like, you know, How the Grinch Stole Christmas and things like that they've done remakes, they've done reinterpretations. Have we, and maybe I've missed this, have we gotten anything like that with Charlie Brown?
There was like a 3D animation Peanuts movie that came out, I think 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
But I mean, the fact that you don't know about it shows how little fanfare and publicity it got. It is sort of weird. I bet there are people out there like Snoopy is honestly an iconic character as we see him fucking triple deke these girls on the ice. But I don't think a lot of people connect him necessarily to the Peanuts.
Not anymore. I actually think Snoopy has he's by far the most famous character, arguably compared to even Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And I think he has it's kind of like Kleenex is now synonymous with tissues, right? Kleenex is a brand, but people just call it Kleenex. Like Snoopy is just like a dog now. Like you see dogs like Snoop Dogg, like all these kind of things. He's outgrown the brand itself. And I would argue Snoopy is more well known than Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Snoopy is like if Justin Timberlake toured with NSYNC again. He's like, I don't really need you guys.
Yeah.
Charlie
Brown is Chris Kirkpatrick. You know, it's like,
he's just so many ways, yeah. So my subtitles have gone away. So whatever he's saying right now, I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's mine too.
He's probably being cynical, though, I would imagine. There he is. So him and Lucy obviously there's a lot of will they, won't they, sort of like a Ross and Rachel type situation. Oh,
absolutely. But more well drawn out.
Yes. But they are kind of toxic. Pigpen, he's great. Although as a kid, you don't realize that like it's actually a really sad situation, that like his parents clearly don't care about him enough to give him a bath.
It's a lot of bones for Snoopy there.
Jesus Christ, take off the white wig. Stop judging people. He's putting on a few holiday pounds.
I'm worried. I'm just worried about his intestines. As a dog owner, it's like, oh God, he's gonna throw up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's not gonna digest well.
So we ever know, like, I think there was a couple like books they did on Charlie Brown that I read as a kid too, and I just can't remember the lore. Like, was Lucy just mean to him because, like, I mean, like, was it ever drawn out, like,
Yeah,
she did have a crush on him, or was
I don't
that
know.
even ever
Like a Helga Arnold situation.
Yeah,
I actually.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. It was Helga Arnold.
Oh,
I
this
almost went
is
with Doug Patty Mayonnaise. I go, wait, she was always nice to him.
fuck yeah, Linus. That's how you do it. I don't know if we ever got to that part because I think as a kid, at least you don't read into it that way because you're so youthful and naive. It just seemed malicious to me constantly.
Yeah. By the way, I don't want to be in a locker room with Linus with that like whipping power.
It's just boys being boys.
My
God.
Woo, my ass gonna be
Oh,
red.
It's 5 cents. I thought it was 2 cents. My God, in this economy.
Oh, inflation. Even in the 60s.
Jesus. Does she have a license to practice? The doctor is real in? What does that mean?
Reelin, the Dr. Real in is?
Yeah, that's what? How much of this does insurance cover?
Yeah, I would honestly be like, Charlie, don't give her your secrets, man.
She's going to use it against you. Does doctor-patient confidentiality apply to like her just using this on her own outside of the confines of this office?
Yeah, I mean, I just need to see her license.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if a cop pulled up right now.
People. Yeah, she can generically tell people like, "Oh, I have this patient," But if you go, "I have this patient who has a little squiggle of hair right in the middle of his head, and he's bald, and he wears a yellow shirt with a black line that goes up and down," people. Then it's like, okay, we know who you're talking about.
Now, what if Pigpen comes up to her next week? He pays her the 5 cents. He sits down. He's like, "I murdered someone."
Well, first of all, Pigpen doesn't have 5 cents, so that's the thing.
Okay, what if he puts like a wooden nickel in there?
Well, again, I can't speak for doctor, but I believe that she can only tell someone if someone's in danger. So if he's already committed the murder,
it's over. Now, if he says,
is he going to commit another one though?
Yeah. What if he's like, and I lust to kill again? Pantophobia is the fear of everything, so I definitely have that.
All right, but are you scared of not having that fear or having that fear?
Wow, that's the real question, isn't it?
God. She does seem like a good psychiatrist, though.
Do you think
5-year-old?
Spoilers for the movie Orphan. If you haven't seen it, skip ahead 30 seconds.
Of course, that's what we would talk about.
I feel like we have thrown Orphan spoilers into like really random things. Real quick, do you think Lucy could be an orphan situation where she's actually like a 42-year-old woman?
Oh, she's like from Estonia or something?
You're right, yeah. And she's like...
I definitely see it.
That's why she's able to give such sage and adult advice to kids.
And she definitely gets off on like fucking with people.
Oh, yeah. They're her puppets, really. Especially around Christmas time, emotions are running high, families coming in, a lot of like repressed feelings come up. I gotta say, for 1965, this looks pretty good. Like the backgrounds and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Felt the same with like other classics like again we just talked about How the Grinch Stole Christmas earlier on the pod. Like I don't know, there's something about like classic animation that just always will hold up. Looks better sometimes than like more modern times.
Oh yeah, well we're like back in my day, but like with the Pixar inundation of everything being 3D animation, I think it does just kind of make you yearn for the days of this 2D style.
It's crazy that this is 1966 and arguably looks exactly like when South Park started its first 5 years.
That's true. So he's mad that Snoopy is decorating for Christmas because he's entering a contest. But I mean, I'm sorry, but when he wins, you're going to be bragging that your fucking dog is the one who won the Christmas decoration contest.
Bro, honestly, like, why not like just like take that like fame with me? If my dog got us famous, I'd be like, hell yeah, let's ride this.
Yeah, what would Jesus do? Jesus would want you to fucking ball out on his birthday.
Oh, of course. But I mean, yeah, I don't know why is he? Is there a lore again about like? Do we ever know his backstory? parents like, why is Charlie Brown always like the lovable loser?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, why is he so downtrodden?
Yeah, I just feel like he's the constantly, he's like the kid in college where like that hour 15-minute Tuesday Thursday class you have, the professor's going to let you leave early, and he raises his hand like, actually you have us for another 15 minutes.
Ugh.
It's just like he's got a. I didn't know Pigpen played the cello.
Cello could be the bass, you might, I don't know.
Very true.
Snoopy again leading this charge.
God, dude, I used to know all these motherfuckers' names, but now I don't remember any of them. Like, I don't even remember Charlie Brown's sister or the piano guy.
Yeah, the piano guy. Was that?
Hang on. Peppermint Patty, I think, is one of these chicks. The chick in the orange, maybe. And then Woodstock is the bird, but I don't know if he was created yet. This feels like one of their very first specials.
Why are you being so mean to Snoopy, bro?
Look, when he becomes the director, it's like a Josh Trank Fantastic Four situation. He's very verbally abusive to the cast and the help. For
our rare MLS fans who listen to the pod, the Columbus Crew had a uniform that was very much like Charlie Brown's shirt, and everyone called it the Charlie Brown kit. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but I don't know how people would have missed it.
I gotta check that out.
I'll send it to you.
That's awesome. So this is where like him and the script supervisor, they're clashing on their vision, and of course he's got some auteur artists here that really will not get in line. Look, I know that we're close to the show date, but if we have to recast, we will.
You got to do what you got to do for the audience, man.
Linus has to know that he can't bring that blanket on stage with him. It's not part of the show.
Whoa. You don't know that the blanket didn't get cast, though.
That's true. Or maybe he's like a method actor. He's like, actually, to me, my character has a blanket. He has an asphyxiation with it.
He would be a method actor, though, for sure. Out of all of them. I don't know. Lucy might, too. She's being accommodating this episode.
These are sick. I feel like everything with her is a play, though, right? She's like a spider. She lures you into her web to try and get something out of you, and then
is she up to something? Wait, yeah.
I respect that, Pigpen.
The animation about showing how bad he smells is quite telling.
It's a little over the top, yeah. Shermie's like, I've always played the shepherd. I have to try and find a way to unlock something new with this character.
Damn, Snoopy has to be all of the animals?
Wow. And look, he can do it all. One-man show right here.
All the three animals that are black and white.
He's going to be one of those guys where, like, when we get to the editing room floor, and the editor's trying to cut this thing up, he's like, I can't take any Snoopy out. We need more.
Do you think Snoopy is the type of actor who looks at his stuff as like, I'm the best? Or does he watch his stuff and go, no, I can do better. I demand perfection?
I don't think he's ever happy with his work. Mm-hmm. He's one of those characters that like comes in and he's like, I actually have written on my own an entire backstory for my character. Now, see this, if I remember right, Linus gets creative with the blanket. Like he does find a way to incorporate it into his character.
And that's what they're asking for, It's a little creativity. Like you can't just do it. You just can't hold a blanket out there like normal.
Right. Well, but then he gets so deep into the role that Linus goes, I don't know where I stop and he begins.
That's a cut I need to see of this movie, like the aftermath of what occurs.
So now Lucy's threatening to hit him. That's pretty gross. This is
and the blanket's the only thing that brings him comfort.
They have a deadline to hit for the studio, though. So if we're behind that, I mean, yes, physical abuse is not off the menu here.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Where are the parents, in all of this?
The stage is their parent, Cycly. It teaches them all the lessons they need. Schroeder, never would have guessed that.
Yeah, I completely forgot that. And it's impressive, like, do it without sheet music. He already has it memorized. Dude, he doesn't smell that bad, my God.
What do you mean there's too much dust? Bro, you knew what you were getting when you cast Pigpen in this part. We can't be surprised now.
Can no one offer him a shower? Like, come on.
Yeah. This would be like hiring The Rock, and then you're like, oh, there's too much baby oil on set. That's part of the package.
They know better than to hire The Rock. They actually want their program to be successful.
The Rock is actually in this play, but classic Rock, he's 4 hours late to set, so he probably won't show up during the runtime.
It's better for them. Everything he's touching right now is crashing and burning.
Very true.
Was this the first? What was the first one for Peanuts that was made? Because it was originally a comic, right?
Yeah, I think so. This has got to be close to the first, right? 65? I'm just guessing here, but can't be much more before this.
Yeah, and Coca-Cola approached them about a Peanuts Christmas special. Yeah, so it looks like this was the first one.
Okay.
I'm just genuinely curious, if they've ever. I mean, like you said, there was a Peanuts. Was that you said it was animation?
Say that again.
You said the Peanuts movie, the recent one, was animation.
Yeah, it was like a 2D, 3D style animation.
Oh, see, Lucy does want him. Like, she's like, you think I'm beautiful. Wow, and now she's like gaslighting him.
And
this
that's
is
what Lucy
a
does.
very emotional group of kids.
They got a lot of shit going on.
And who's the psychiatrist for the psychiatrist? I think that might be
right.
Lucy's
Who
problem,
polices the
actually.
police? You know what I'm saying? Because look, let's just say it. I'm not going to call the cops on her, but she's practicing without a license. We all know it. It's fine. But to a certain degree, like, she's going to be damaging people for the rest of their lives.
But we both know she's white. She's going to get away with it, you know?
I mean, look at Charlie Brown. He's already about to start drinking because this fucking play is running him off the deep end.
There's a reason he's bald. It's from stress and drinking. Like, 100%.
He had a full fucking head of lettuce before this production started.
Oh, yeah. That actually would have been hilarious if they had started him with.
He's like Obama after 4 years. Looks like he aged 50 years.
He's like,
See, this is what she's done, though. Now she's weaseled her way into his ear, and she's got all these fucking script notes.
Let's see. Like
Schroeder
Wikipedia page for Peanuts.
Oh god, I bet there's some interesting stuff there.
Oh, okay. So there was a TV documentary from a boy named Charlie Brown. It was like a TV documentary, and then it was that led to Charlie Brown Christmas.
So what was the documentary over?
Charlie Brown. A boy named Charlie Brown. It looks like that. Like it must have been about that.
Does it say when the comic strip started?
First of all, that's an unaired TV documentary. That makes no sense.
Congrats.
Let's see, 1950 to 2000. That's wild.
Holy shit.
He drew the strip for nearly 50 years with no assistance, even in the lettering and the coloring process.
Jim Davis?
Schultz.
Or Charles Schultz. Schultz, yeah. Charles Schultz. Oh yeah, I forgot the iconic tree.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this special's about. Anytime you get like a small tree, you say it's like a Charlie Brown tree. Because it's the symbolism that really matters.
That's what we're here to do on the Bro Force Squad. Just bring you the truth about Christmas. You know, we're not materialistic over here.
That's why people come here. Also, buy me cool shit.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some merch on the pod here. Like, we're not materialistic, but buy our t-shirts and coffee mugs.
Yeah, go to buyblacket.com. Linked in the description. Not a joke, actually. We need money. We got legal bills to pay.
I am expensive.
Schroeder is like the Hans Zimmer here. He's like, my fingers are just working. It's writing itself at this point.
I would actually pay a lot of money to have like Hans Zimmer do like the score for something like this.
You know, who wrote the Harry Potter theme?
That's oh my gosh, the same guy who did Jurassic Park.
John Williams.
John Williams, thank you. The most obviously famous composer.
You probably knew this, but I didn't know this until like 6 months ago when I heard someone talk about their tours. So John Williams and Hans Zimmer actually tour like a band, not together.
Dude, I would so go to that.
Oh my God, like especially John Williams, bro, you would show up, the fucking orchestra pit would be litty titty. Get a couple beers in you, they would play every fucking score that you know in your whole life. And every time a new one came on, you'd lose your shit.
Yeah. I straight up have some Hans Zimmer on my like workout playlist.
So do I. Dark Knight,
Oh
Interstellar.
God. Yeah.
It's all fire.
Have you ever gone to one of those showings that like where they do the movie and they play the score
No,
live?
I
It's
really
cool.
want to though. I'm sure it'd be insane. Can you play Jingle Bells?
Yes, of course he can play Jingle Bells. Everyone can play Jingle
Bells. Put a tip jar up there, man. Just losing money.
Yeah, the lady who demands 5 cents to give advice.
Yeah, now all of a sudden she wants people to work for free.
Look how angry she is, my God.
See, this is the problem. All right, Schroeder's the music guy. You're the script supervisor. Let's stay in our fucking lane. There's a Venn diagram of jobs that you have. This is not in the middle portion of it.
Is she just desperate to get boys to like her? Like she just needs boys to tell her she's pretty? Is that what's going on here?
Oh, God. It's just so fucking try hard. There was another director chair there. I wonder if there used to be a different director and there was so much turmoil on set that they got replaced.
Oh, there. Of course, dude, the VH1 behind the scenes of this thing.
Yeah. What doesn't show you is Pigpen was always late to set. He had a huge coke problem.
That's why he looks the way he does.
Yeah. All the money that he would spend on toiletries, he's been spending on cocaine.
Why are they being so mean, Charlie Brown?
Why? Because he bought a Christmas tree? What have you done?
I love that in his head he got a good tree.
Yeah, that actually is more problematic. At least like come in, understanding the situation that you bought a piece of shit shrub.
And even Snoopy's laughing at him. My
yeah,
God.
but when your own boy turns his back on you, it's tough. Mm-hmm. It's tough times.
How do you recover? So even Linus could have told you.
Well, Linus kind of threw him under the bus because he was with him when they bought it, and then they come back.
Linus said not to.
I guess. But did Linus have a better idea?
No, he just knew he could scapegoat Charlie. That's the beautiful part.
He's the guy where it's like, where do you want to go eat? He's like, I don't care, wherever. And then every place you recommend, he's like, I don't really want to go there. It's like, I thought you didn't care 5 minutes ago. Now all of a sudden everything's
I don't care. I don't care. I just don't want that one thing that you happen to say.
See, we rewrote the script now for this Linus monologue.
This is wise for a child.
Yeah, this is getting a like Caesar-esque vibe from him.
I didn't know Linus had it in him. He's not even holding the blanket, like standing on it.
Well, his character doesn't need the blanket. He does.
That's true. Well, Kyle's not lactose intolerant.
Who's the stage manager, I wonder? Because they're going to have their hands full with this fucking crew.
He had the lighting. I mean, there's so much here that they haven't even thought about.
This feels like a production where day of, we're going to have a lot of fucking last minute changes.
Yeah.
So be like, oh, by the way,
producer that's like, oh, we don't need to test the video. It's going to work. And then the video, and then you showtime and the video doesn't work like you predicted.
And I'm like, what's the worst case if we just fucking test it one time?
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
Do you think, no one will understand what we're talking about here, but do you think that they knew that they couldn't fucking play videos? And so instead of telling us that at the time, they were just like, yeah, we don't need to test it.
That's a good conspiracy. I've never thought about that. Especially the work we put in that video.
Yeah, and we have the intro is great, them telling to hold their applause, and then when you come out, it's like, get on your feet. A lot of the shit we did is not funny at all, but that's one where I'm like, that's still a fucking hilarious idea.
So dumb.
And then you come out and I'm like, what the fuck?
The hell? And I throw a t-shirt into the crowd.
Well, and they listened to him. When I came out, they were like, okay, hold your applause.
Like one person clapped. Charlie, really, he's an old soul.
He is, but
maybe because he's bald. I don't know.
I wonder if he yells at the other kids in his neighborhood. They're like, but you're our age.
Get off my lawn.
Your parents own the lawn. What are you talking about? I don't know if you remember this, but the trope of when an old person talks and kids hear it, it's like, wah, 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 wah. That was from
always
Charlie Brown.
Oh, that's probably one of the, I think still to this day, I think you could do and in any show or movie, and people will know exactly what you're doing. By the way, there's been 5 films. One of them was A Boy Named Charlie Brown, which is and then there's Snoopy Come Home in 1972, Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, 1977, Bon Voyage, Brown, 1980, and then the one you referenced earlier, the Peanuts movie in 2015.
Okay, so that's not counting The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown or Charlie Brown Thanksgiving?
That's series. Yeah, so there's a Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. This is that. Yeah, that must be like specials because it says series and film.
Okay, well, on our podcast, we have done commentaries on The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown and A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. So go back and check those out. Those are also on Apple TV Plus.
They're celebrating. Oh, they're decorating the tree.
Wow,
Look how beautiful the tree is.
What's it called where you like get the branches to like extend? Primping? Is that what the one?
I like it. I don't know if that
fluffing
is what it is,
the tree?
but I like it. Yeah, let's fluff the tree.
I will say Linus with the blanket, obviously it's annoying, but he does find ways to utilize it in different scenarios to help the team out.
God, every time he moves, the dust that comes off. It's just, dude, you think eventually it would all come off.
Right. Your body can only carry so much dust. Let me ask you a question. Do you or have you ever put popcorn on your tree?
No. Have you?
No. I've seen it like in movies, but I don't get it. Is it like a religious thing?
If I did, I would have immediately taken it off and eaten it.
And eaten it, right. Holy shit, that's it?
How does this compare? I'm very curious. How does it compare to the pumpkin and the Thanksgiving one?
I've always liked The Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown the most. Linus has a pretty like interesting arc in it about like believing in the Great Pumpkin. And there's like a good allegory there to like childhood whimsy and like how, loss of innocence is something that you want to try and delay as long as you can. This one is probably the most cynical of the three. And that's saying something for a Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Special. I mean, it really just shits on Christmas till like the last 30 seconds.
Ooh, there's a New Year's one.
Yeah, I
saw Auld Lang Syne.
Interesting. All right, well, that's a Charlie Brown Christmas. Cycling.
Yeah, I don't think that one. Sorry, I don't think that one holds up as well as some of the other Christmas classics. Not saying it wasn't good, but like I don't think there's a lot you take out of it that you don't already have from Charlie Brown. I think a lot of it makes sense that it's the first one, and so the things that were famous with Peanuts and Charlie Brown and Snoopy and all of that are replicated. And as someone who hasn't seen this in a long time, seeing the original place of that is pretty cool, but it just doesn't. The story itself doesn't carry it too much, and it's just kind of like overall, it's a nice intro to Charlie Brown, but overall it's missable.
Yeah, I know it's like a quick watch, 25 minutes, but I don't feel like we got a resolution to the like play narrative at all.
No,
like,
not at all. We didn't even get to see the play. They're just happy that they realized what the true meaning of Christmas was, which is great. But I want to see the play.
Yeah, as far as Charlie Browns go, it was not god awful, but definitely below Thanksgiving and The Great Pumpkin. Although I do love the characters, so it was fun to spend a few minutes with them. All right, for our legal counsel, Ronnie Cycli, I am the mayor, Jeff Hornacek. Thank you guys so much for checking us out. Before we let you go, we have a sponsor now. It's a website called buyblackets.com, links in the description of this commentary. Check them out. They sell a lot of apparel, a lot of beer-centric apparel, by the way, which obviously fits our motif. So check that out. If you click the link, you get a 15% off discount code on their website if you're looking for a cool Christmas gift. Aside from that, you can find us at Bro4 Squad. We're on Twitter, IG, Threads, a bunch of places. Also, if you type in Bro Force Squad as 3 separate words, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, pretty much anywhere you find your podcast. And check out everything that we've ever done on our website, bro4squad.com. Till then, Cycling and I need to go buy a stick and then bring it home to our wives and tell them that it's our new Christmas tree.
And if they don't like it, I'm going to go cuddle in my blanket.
Actually, maybe let's do that first. And then if they do like it, great, then they like it.